Another day, another dyno. Hey guys, Bart and I are back on the dyno, this time with an LS3, which as you can see has a small Whipple supercharger. This engine was actually previously rebuilt by another shop, and the customer brought it in because it was making noise, it wasn't running right, and wanted us to diagnose it. So he was sold on the fact that it had forge rods, it was supposed to have forged pistons, it was supposed to have a custom cam, and upgraded push rods and new roller rockers. And when we tore it apart, we found it had stock rods, it had stock pistons, it had a stock reground camshaft, and the actual roller rockers, the cheapest of the cheap imported rockers, were actually falling apart. The needle bearings were falling out, so that was part of the problem that was causing the noise. People always say, well, how come you guys are more expensive than so-and-so down the street? Well, the truth is, with us, you're going to get what you ask for. You're going to get exactly what we put down, which are the premium parts. So what we did on this one, we went forged rods. So he actually has forged rods now. He has forged pistons. He has a proper steel top ring set. He has a custom cam, an actual custom cam. He's got man push rods. He's got the brand new stock LS3 rockers, which we upgraded with the bushing kit. Now, what he doesn't have is the CNC ported heads that were CNC ported that he got from the other shop. Let me show you. This is what he was sold. These are supposed to be CNC ported heads. Now it looks to me like somebody gave a 5-year-old a Dremel and said, go at it. Honestly, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. This is, I mean, it's just horrible. You can see that. Look at the intake runners.
Yeah, it looks like somebody just let loose in with the die grinder.
Had one too many beers.
Which, wouldn't be a problem, but I mean, there's areas right there where it's just creating all kinds of mountain hilltops.
Oh yeah, no, look at the back of the valve.
No,
look at the back of the valve. I mean, up here, you can feel, it'll catch the back of the seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want nice smooth transitions, guys. If you're learning to port, just remember, think of how water flows. You want it to flow smooth and the path of least resistance. So we're not knocking hand ported cylinder heads. That's in fact how most CNC ported cylinder heads start off life, as hand ported cylinder heads. So, and then we digitize them and make our life easier by being able to repeat everything time and time again with the aid of the machine porting the cylinder head instead of your hand. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. Once it's digitized, every port will be the same. Once you find the perfect port. So now Cliff has got a proper CNC ported head, stainless valves, pack springs, so he's ready to go. Now I know how much horsepower this engine makes, and I know people always say, oh well, my engine made so and so. Well, you got to remember this thing is a tiny 215 duration cam. It's supposed to idle like stock, which it pretty much does. I think we've had it at 700 RPM, and still plenty of fun because he does drive his kids in it. So anyway, let's see what it does. Hey guys, another day, another dyno. So we're here with the LS3 Whipple charged, about to see how much power it makes on 91 octane with a safe tune-up. And this is going on a daily driver with a 215 duration cam. Really something that can be driven every day, all day, every day, a true grocery getter. As you can see, idles at 800. We can even idle it down to 600, 650. We had it down idling 650. So, all right, so 6,400 RPM. We've got 567.7 foot-pounds of torque peak at 5,100 RPM, and boost coming on strong up to 7.6 pounds of boost, and 653 horsepower, and still climbing at 6,400 RPM. That is something that you can see here in the graph. Nice flat torque curve. Wants to keep going. Looks like maybe by about 6,600 might be done. And
what we look for is a nice flat air-fuel ratio. Make you fuel injection. Not going to get something like this out of a carburetor unless you really spend some time with it. Again, conservative tune-up, 0.8 lambda. Here on the top it got a little bit richer. 0.8 lambda, 567 foot-pounds of torque, 653 horsepower, LS3, daily driven, all day.
All day. It's got 500 foot-pounds of torque at 3,100. That's
Oh yeah, that's one thing that we do often overlook here. You guys are always fixated on these big red numbers, which is the peak number, but really right here, this band right here from peak to peak, you spend more time down here. So 500 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM and just climbs all the way to 567, and then it just kind of peters off and comes down to 536. So you pretty much have 520 foot-pounds of torque more or average from 3,500 on up. This is going to be a tire fryer.
Pretty snappy.
All right, guys, thanks again for joining us, and give us a call. We'll get you squared away on all of your engine needs and applications. We do custom design engine applications for your specific combinations. So give us a call. We'll get you dialed in. See you soon.